Hey class, this is Samuel Rodney, and this is one of our experiments that was due this week, and it was done by me and Horace. Uh, the internet scavenger hunt, the policy fact finding, and we did our state on Connecticut. We found our information online, so I'm gonna just give you a brief overview because I'm not about to read all this to you because uh, people don't like being read to. But the 14 cabinet members, which is affiliated with Obama. We all know the president of the United States is Obama, Vice President Joseph R. Biden. But some stuff that we might not really know is the Department of State, which is John Kerry, Department of Treasury, um, Jack Lew, Department of Defense, Chuck Hagel. Actually, thought that was somebody else. I thought it was. I don't even remember who that name was, but I thought it was somebody else. But Department of Transportation is Anthony Fox. Department of Energy, Secretary Ernest Moniz. Department of Education is Arne Duncan, and Department of Veterans Affairs Secretary Eric K. Shinseki. And this is just a continuation of all the people that is a part of the president's 14th cabinet, right? So is Department of Justice, which is Attorney General Eric Holder, Department of Interior Sally Jewell, Department of Agriculture, which is Thomas J. Vilsack, Department of Commerce, which is Penny Pritzker, Department of Labor Thomas E. Perez, and Department of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius, and Department of Housing and Urban Development, um, Sean Donovan. And last but not least, we got Homeland Security, which is Jay Johnson. All right. So going on to the next question: Who are the 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices? And under what presidential administration was he or she nominated? Who is the Chief of Justice? And like I said, there's all the information is on here. So I'm not gonna read it to you. I'm gonna just call out the names who was elected, and you could just understand and see who they were nominated by. Uh, it was John G. Roberts, Chief of Justice of the United States, and he was nominated by President Bush. There was Antonin Scalia, Associate of Justice. He was um, nominated by President Reagan. Anthony Kennedy was nominated by President Reagan. Sonia Sotomayor was nominated by President Barack Obama. And these are a continuation of all the people that's a part of the Supreme Court justices, which is Clarence Thomas was nominated by President Bush. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was nominated by President Clinton. Stephen J. Stephen G. Breyer was nominated by President Clinton. Samuel Anthony, um, nominated by President George Bush, and Elena Kagan, nominated by President Obama. On to the next question. How many federal circuit courts are there? The 94 U.S. judicial districts are organized into 12 regional circuits, each of which has a United States Court of Appeals, right? So all these 50 states and territories have a circuit they belong to. And I'm going to show you what I mean right here. And you probably going to see a state, more than likely you will see a state in one of these jurisdictions. The first circuit is Boston, Maine, New Hampshire, Puerto Rico, and Rhode Island. The second circuit, it's only 3 states. One of our states that we did is here: New York, Connecticut, and Vermont. Um, the third circuit, Philadelphia, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, the Virgin Islands, where I'm from. Whoop whoop, VI till I die. You know what I'm saying? But there's some other states. The Fourth Circuit, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. Then we got the states from the South: Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, which is in the Fifth Circuit. Then you got the Circuit coming in with Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, and Tennessee. And then we got the Seventh Circuit: Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Uh, you got the Eighth Circuit with Arkansas, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North and South Dakota. And this is the Ninth Circuit is actually one of the bigger ones, and it houses Alaska, Arizona, California, Guam, Hawaii, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Northern Mariana Islands, Oregon, and Washington. And the 10th Circuit: Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, Wyoming. And the 11th Circuit, we over here in the South again: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and the District of Columbia Circuit, which is Washington, D.C. Alright, one of the questions was, what was the purpose of H.R. 16? H.R. 16 was a National Health Insurance Act introduced in 2001, and it was sponsored by Dingle John and introduced on January 3rd, 2001, and had one co-sponsor. It was referred to the Subcommittee on Health, in, and the latest action is in February 7th, 2001. The next question was, what is H.R. 17? H.R. 17 was a Secure Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Reauthorization Act of 2007. It was sponsored by Representative DeFazio Peter and introduced on January 4th, 2007. It had 141 co-sponsors, and the latest action was on February 12th, 2007. About 5, 6 years ago. Yeah, it's about right. Alright, the next question was about the 106 Congress. What was H.R. 3214? Uh, the H.R. 3214 was a National Center of Social Work Research Act, and it was sponsored by Representative Rodriguez Ciro. Introduced on November 3rd, 1999, had 30 co-sponsors, and the latest action was November 12th, 1999. Alright, who are the U.S. Senators from Connecticut? There are 2 U.S. Senators from Connecticut. They are Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal. Who are the House of Representatives from Connecticut? Wow, I missed that, but I'm gonna fix that for you. Larson John B., Courtney Joe, Delario Rosa, Hines Jim, and Elizabeth Esty. And all these representatives are Democrats. Which party controls the Connecticut State House? The Democratic Party that controls the Connecticut State House is the Democrats. Who is the Speaker of the State House in Connecticut? The Speaker of the State House in Connecticut is Brendan Sharkey. Brendan Sharkey. Who are the Governor and Lieutenant Governor of Connecticut? The Governor of Connecticut is Daniel Malloy, and the Lieutenant Governor is Nancy Wyman. The Attorney General is George Jepson, and the Secretary of State is Dennis Murrow. The most recent amendment to the U.S. Constitution is the 27th Amendment, which prohibits any law that increases or decreases the salary of members of Congress from taking effect until the start of the next set of terms of office from the representatives for the representatives. It is the most recent amendment to the United States Constitution. That's something I didn't know either. That's awesome. I learned something. Alright, so bibliographies. These are some websites. These are our citations and bibliographies that we got our information from. I made them clickable so you could actually see them when you're peer reviewing or checking our work. But yeah, these are our citations. And this was a cool project actually. I liked it, and I actually learned something from this project. So thanks for watching, class. I know I took up 10 minutes of your time, but we're at the end, and I'm gonna see you on my next video whenever I make it. I don't know when I'm gonna make it. I'm probably gonna make it soon, but alright, guys, I'm gonna see you. Peace.